Hello, everyone. I'm Olivia Primavera. Welcome to the Olivia Primavera video podcast, presented by LA Sun and Beyond Media. This is where we talk about why Latinos stay invisible in mainstream media, why the invisibility is dangerous, and how our safety is directly connected to the strength of the entire US economy. Now, let's get into today's story. Boycott. Relax, we would never say that. We would never encourage millions of Latino or other consumers to think critically about where their money goes. That would be, well, just far too effective. And we don't want to terrify any multinational corporations with effectiveness. No, sir. No, ma'am. So today, instead of saying anything provocative, we're just going to calmly talk about Coca-Cola, not the polar bears, not the holiday trucks, not the ads where the only brown Latino is handing someone else the soda. We're talking about the real story, the one behind the commercials. Now, for what Coca-Cola has been doing. Multiple investigations by The Guardian, The New York Times, Mexican environmental reporters, and health researchers, and other outlets, well respected outlets. Just look up the story, you'll be able to find one, multiple. All expose the same disturbing pattern. In Chiapas, Mexico, a region with abundant rainfall, entire neighborhoods struggle to get clean running water. When water comes through the pipes, it's often contaminated. Families ration buckets, people wait hours. But one place never runs dry, and that's the Coca-Cola's bottling plant. This plant is legally permitted to extract hundreds of thousands of gallons of clean water per day, far more than nearby communities are allowed to access. Meanwhile, Coca-Cola is easier to buy than drinking water. So, of course, consumption has skyrocketed. And diabetes, especially in indigenous regions, becomes one of the leading causes of death. The Guardian has reported that poorer areas suffer the worst, and industrial users keep operating, even during water shortages that cripple surrounding communities. This is not a minor inconvenience. This is not just business. This is a system. This is a system that removes the essentials a community needs to survive. Is that sounding familiar to anyone? Anyone experiencing something similar-ish? Anyone? Now, for the macro view, the disappearing of a people. Let's zoom out. From a macro perspective, when you take a community's water, damage their health, disrupt their economic life, and make basic survival dependent on a corporate product, Coca-Cola, you are not just selling soda. You are displacing a people from their homeland. You don't need soldiers or barbed wire. You only need a government permit and a corporation willing to extract until nothing is left. Disgusting. Families move, culture weakens, the next generation disperses, disappears. They migrate. And suddenly, a community that has existed for centuries begins to fade. If that's not disappearance by design, what is? This is the part Americans cannot afford to ignore, because the exact same worldview is playing out here. In the US, Latino communities face another form of disappearance: raids, wrongful detentions, citizens asked to prove they belong. Investigations by ProPublica, the Daily Chronicles by LA Taco, Los Angeles Times, the Washington Post, Axios, and a lot of other well-respected outlets all report. They revealed that Latino US citizens, including veterans, are being wrongfully detained. Border Patrol agents sharing racist, dehumanizing posts. Neighborhood raids that terrify entire communities. Okay, and now for some economic examples. The Chicago example, one of three. After the Chicago Midway Blitz raid, Latino businesses districts saw sales drops of 20 to 70%, workers disappearing overnight, and families staying indoors out of fear. And here are two more. Los Angeles. Following coordinated immigration sweeps across Latino neighborhoods such as Boyle Heights and South LA, local business corridors reported sharp declines in foot traffic and retail activity, with some shops seeing 30 to 50% revenue drops. Workers avoided commuting, parents avoided driving, and entire microeconomies slowed down to a crawl. The Portland example, the third one. In Portland, after ICE enforcement actions at transit stops and workplaces, restaurants, food carts, and warehouse adjacent businesses saw sudden staff shortages, canceled shifts, and significant declines in customer traffic. The slowdown rippled out to suppliers, delivery companies, and nearby service businesses, weakening the city's broader ecosystem. Not just local, but it's reverberated throughout the entire US economy. None of this is security. This is economic strangulation of an entire group, strangulation that reverberates through the whole nation and contributes directly to the weakened economy we see now. And the mindset is identical to what we see in Chiapas. This is what they think. These people are expendable, their suffering is acceptable, their disappearance is manageable. No, not expendable. No, not acceptable. No, not manageable. No. What's wrong with you? Stop it. Whether it's a multinational corporation draining your water or a government dragging your neighbors away, the effect is the same. Communities are destabilized, weakened, and erased. Why this hurts everyone, why you care. Even if you thought before you don't care about Latinos, yes, you do, because you are impacted. We're hurting, so are you. We're all tied together. You need us to be healthy. Now, for some data to support that. Here's what the Latino Donor Collaborative has made absolutely clear with their research. Look them up. The US Latino economy is now worth $3.6 trillion. The US Latino economy is now worth $3.6 trillion. One more time. The US Latino economy is now worth $3.6 trillion. If Latinos were a country, they would have the 5th largest GDP in the world. Latino consumer spending and workforce participation outpace national averages. Latino economic growth is a primary engine of U.S. economic growth. That's good for you, for everyone, for Latinos, for everyone. The translation, when Latinos feel unsafe or invisible, the U.S. economy slows down, it shrinks. This is, are you Latino? Are you not Latino? This means you. This means everyone. Your economy slows down just like it has now. Even if you have a job right now, will you have it tomorrow? Question mark. Think about it. Whether you're a janitor, a nurse, a receptionist, a doctor, a lawyer, the question is sitting there. Will you have a job tomorrow? Will your benefits disappear because our benefits continue to be tied to our jobs? Try paying Cobra. Oh my goodness, that is expensive. When Latinos feel safe again, the U.S. economy will rebound. Your personal economy will improve. Latinos, and because we're improving, everyone else is improving with us. It's how it works. We're all tied. Fear suppresses spending, reduces mobility, shrinks businesses, and destabilizes entire regions. Safety does the opposite. Safety does the opposite. Safety does the opposite. Safety produces prosperity for Latinos, and because we feel safe, when we feel safe again, you'll feel safe. You will stop worrying about whether you'll have your job tomorrow. Yes, that's how it works. Safety produces prosperity. Latino well-being is not just a cultural issue. It is a macroeconomic indicator of national health. So let's connect the dots. Coca-Cola extracts water from indigenous communities in Mexico. The US extracts people from Latino communities here. The raids, specifically. Both systems, all paid, what's happening in the US is paid for by your tax dollars. Is that how you wanted your tax dollars to be spent? It could easily be used. It's literally billions of our tax dollars. All of our tax dollars are being spent on hurting the economy when it could easily be fixing the housing crises. Both systems slowly disappear the very populations they exploit. Both rely on the public looking the other way. No! We're going to look at the ugly, ugly truth because it's that hideous. It's like a car accident. That's what we have happening right now in the Latino community and what it's doing. Us hurting, the impact it's having on your economy, everyone else's economy. It's ugly. It's hideous. It's like a car accident. You have to look at it. And it's the only way you're going to take care of it. The truth we stand on is that Latino communities are resilient, like our neighbors, everyone else around us. Latinos are essential to the American economy. You need us to be healthy and happy. And change is not only possible, it is inevitable when people demand it, and we are all demanding it. Did you think you didn't care about Latinos? Yes, you do. You really, really do. We are all demanding economic prosperity, and we're going to get it when Latinos feel safe again. We believe in accountability. We believe in reparations. We believe in rebuilding what has been damaged. It's all possible, and we're all going to do it together. And genuinely, sincerely, we look forward to the day when we can return to consuming Coca-Cola. A day when communities have water again, corporate practices have changed, reparations have begun, and respect replaces extraction. When that day comes, we will happily open a bottle. Until then, until such time comes to pass, and it will, I'm Olivia Primavera, and this is the Olivia Primavera video podcast presented by LA Sun and Beyond Media. Thank you for being here. You matter so much. I look forward to being with you again in the next episode. And now for a fun disclaimer. LA Sun and Beyond Media is not affiliated with, endorsed by, sponsored by, or in partnership with any individuals, organizations, or platforms mentioned or linked here. All references to third-party content, materials, or media are provided solely for informational and educational purposes. LA Sun and Beyond Media does not hold, claim, or imply any license, authorization, or other rights in or to such third-party content, nor does it maintain any licensing agreement or commercial arrangement with the owners or creators of the reference materials. That's it. Until next time. Ciao.